This has been due to the inability of the shipping lines to effectively handle the containers they bring in.
Shipping lines, they have the containers belong to them. Container does not belong to the terminal operators. It doesn't belong to the owner of the cargo, the consignee of the cargo. It belongs to the shipping line. So when somebody takes his cargo, takes the container to his warehouse, and unstops the box, the box is to be returned to the shipping line. But most of the time, shipping lines are not ready to collect because they don't have anywhere to store these empty containers before they can evacuate them. They want to wait until their ship comes to berth. Brings another set of cargo, and they will now collect their container. This is causing a backlog of containers waiting to be taken back to wherever they're going to be stuffed overseas. And it's not a good thing.
In 2006, the idea for dry port system was birthed by the Obasanjo administration with an initial 6 locations in mind, namely Funtua in Katsina State, Jos in Plateau State, Isialangwa in Abia State, Kano, Ibadan in Oyo State, and Maiduguri in Borno State. The idea was meant to service the hinterland, foster development, and save the country from national embarrassment as currently being thrown up by the Apapa Gridlock.
People living far away from the port, from the seaport, and they need to do their business. It is not convenient for them to be coming to the seaports in Lagos or Port Harcourt to go and clear their cargo. So government thought, okay, let's bring the shipping close to them. These are projects of the government, and they are being concession on what is called a BOOT basis, build, own, operate, and transfer. So the government had to give land. So we are able to procure land from the state governments for the concessionaires, and we also, the various bidding approvals were also procured for those who have submitted their papers for that, and they were supposed to go on and build to specifications which we have laid out through our monitoring engineers, which are working with them. Now, many of them have done something.
Thankfully, the inland container depot in Kaduna is set to commence operations with the support of the state government. The concessionaire thinks there is more to be done to get the maximum impact of the dry port system.
The rail system has to work. If dry port has to be working as it is working in the international communities, ours cannot be an exception. We want a dry port at the hinterland, and we don't have rail facilities. It will be difficult, and it will be too expensive to run. Because the purpose of establishing this dry port is to make the cost cheaper for the people at the hinterland. But take for instance, because of inaccessibility of Apapa port, the trucks that were hiring 500,000 about 6-7 months ago is now double, 900, 950, 1 million.
Rail transportation in the country has been at its lowest ebb, another indication of infrastructure deficit in the country. And getting it up to speed would require a lot of funding. The Minister for Transport says despite the challenges, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Most of the contracts in the Ministry of Transportation, especially in the area of railways, were awarded before we came. They're already existing contracts. The Lagos Kano was awarded by General President Obasanjo. I hope you realize that. The Lagos Calabar was awarded by President Goodluck Jonathan. So it's just now that we're trying to do a process by which we can award the Port Harcourt Maiduguri, and then the Abuja Itabe, and then to Warri with the deep sea ports that the presidents have approved. As much as possible, we're driving to ensure that Nigerians are involved, because at the end of the day, At the end of the day, these Chinese or Europeans will go. And we're starting from design. These new contracts that we're going to award, that the president has approved, will deal in the issue of design and all that. Will include our people. We will not exclude them at all. Then we're also ensuring that these foreigners are able to establish universities that will teach our people the technology. We're in negotiation with GE to provide locomotives that will begin to convey cargoes out of the seaport to different locations to decongest the seaport. That's what we're trying to do. Well, take another drive to the seaport and see what's going on.
The success of the dry port no doubt will be of immense benefit to the country, as the immediate community also stand to gain a lot commercially. While these dry ports are at various stages of completion, a drastic measure is needed to save Apapa.
Even if this road is repaired, the traffic will still be there. People will still queue like this. Why? One, we have failed to plan. We need to do traffic planning. Sit down with the stakeholders, discuss the way forward.
So all they needed to do is to talk to the Ogun State government to give them a portion of land to clear and move all the tanker into that site, while they put a radio communication vis-a-vis that place and the port environment. So they will be releasing them batch by batch, and there won't be any cluster at all on the bridge. There is no basis for the tanker to be on top of the bridge at all if we are planning adequately.
It's regrettable, however, that execution of critical projects such as the dry port has not been given due attention. For now, the gridlock continues. Whatever is required to curb this lingering siege must be applied before an entire import-dependent economy comes crashing down.